My name is Christy DeMuro. My husband, Adam, he's here too. We have 5 children, and the first 2 are girls. They came first, which was really kind and helpful of them. And since they are old enough to wake up early and behave, they're here with us today as well. Next came 3 boys, and they're rather energetic. And since there isn't a plastic play place attached to this fine establishment, I thought it was best to leave them at home today. And God bless grandparents. Grandparents are so wonderful. Their wisdom, their love, their guidance, their experience. So we're fortunate enough to have one set of grandparents here with us today, and the other set at home taking care of the boys. Just to tell you a little bit about myself, I'm a graduate of the University of Notre Dame. My husband, Adam, is a Jesuit-educated attorney. And after working hard for our educations, we just had hopes of living the American dream. Call it what you will. Just a healthy family, maybe an occasional vacation or dinner out, the good life, the blessed life. But sometimes God, in his infinite love and mercy, has other plans, and that those plans don't always seem so loving. Everyone has a cross to carry. In the past, even when things would go wrong, I would always comfort myself with the fact that we had each other, and we had the healthy children, we had our health and our family, and that everybody was okay. But one day, that all came crashing down. August 10th, 2017 started out normal enough for my family. I took my oldest daughter to her first day of 7th grade and dropped her off. And then I took my 4th child. His name is Paul, and he was 3 years old at the time. I took him to the doctor. All summer, he'd seemed maybe sick, maybe not. We weren't quite sure what was going on with him. And that day, I thought maybe he had strep throat or an ear infection. He did have an ear infection. We found out that fateful day that he also had leukemia. Paul went to bed that very night, not in his bed at home, but in the oncology ward at Phoenix Children's Hospital. I never heard about my daughter's first day of 7th grade. Just like that, everything changed, and it would never be the same again. Paul's fight for his life became our family's top priority, and everything else just had to fall into line. Most families factor in their work schedule, the kids' school schedule, or sports schedule. In our family, it's the oncology schedule. The doctors at Phoenix Children's Hospital follow a nationally mandated protocol, which brings Paul back every so many days for different forms of chemotherapy. There's some surgeries mixed in there, too. And when they say to be there, we're there, and it doesn't matter what the conflict is. Probably the most difficult example of that was when Paul was scheduled for surgery on Laura's 11th birthday. Thankfully, she was able to be with her grandparents and cousins that day, but Adam and I didn't see our daughter on her birthday. We were with Paul at the hospital. The same treatments that saved Paul's life by killing the cancer also destroy his immune system. So we spent most of that terrible last cold and flu season, I'm sure you'll remember it, we spent most of it quarantined in just a desperate attempt to protect Paul from germs. So anyways, you're listening to me talking, and you might wonder, under all these circumstances, and I'm talking about the stress of a small child fighting for his life, a schedule controlled by oncology, and frequent quarantines, hospital visits, and inpatient stays. You might be wondering, how does anyone hold down a job? Adam and I were wondering that ourselves. And that's where St. Vincent de Paul comes into our life. Everyone at this organization is extraordinarily kind and caring. When I was offered a flexible work-from-home job opportunity to call donors and express gratitude to them for their donation, I absolutely jumped at the chance. So I've been home with the kids since my oldest daughter was born in 2005. So while I've worked nonstop the past 13 years, it's nothing I would put on a resume. I'm quite the expert at diapers. But St. Vincent de Paul gave me a chance to return to work, and to a work that's important to me. Before kids, I was completely dedicated to helping the homeless in Phoenix, and it's a cause that I care very much about. But most importantly, St. Vincent de Paul gave me the flexibility and the opportunity to return to work, the dignity of working from home while being able to keep my family as the top priority. For my husband, Adam, the stress of a son at home with cancer combined with the stress of beginning his career as an attorney, it just didn't make sense anymore. By working for St. Vincent de Paul, he's able to use his legal knowledge to help others, while also having time for our family and being there for Paul and the rest of us when we need him. So St. Vincent de Paul gave us a hand up, not a hand out. It gave us flexible, meaningful work during a time of crisis for our family, and I hope that Adam and I are able to help St. Vincent de Paul as much as St. Vincent de Paul has helped us. 15 months after diagnosis, Paul is doing really well. He's 5 years old, and he's in preschool, and he plays t-ball. He's really a sweet, adorable kid, and he wanted to be here with us this morning, but I didn't want to wake him up so early. Well, he has to miss a lot of his school and his t-ball games due to treatment, illness, or the occasional quarantine. His battle with cancer is hardly over, but God willing, we're through the worst of it. And as a family, we have each other, and we are on solid ground, thanks to St. Vincent de Paul, and thanks to all of you. St. Vincent de Paul is an organization with heart that gives hope to people in all different circumstances and backgrounds during times of crisis. So thank you for being a part of that.